Okay. Let's see if this thing is going to work or if it's pulling me up on YouTube. I'm not sure. Let's see if anybody comes in. Says we are live. I hope they came over from the other one.
Mommy's so cute.
I don't think you're on the StreamYard when I restarted it on StreamYard. Oh, there's our Wild Man. He found it. There it is. Okay, it's working. I had to reset everything up here, guys, so I don't know what's working and what ain't. Thanks for stopping by, Ark Wild Man. I was watching you cook today earlier on that skillet. Looks like you had pigs in a blanket in there. You thought it might turn out like a pie. I didn't get to hang around for the ending of it, but hey, Deborah. Oklahoma. Cold up there tonight? I sure hope you keep that cold weather up there. Adjust here a little bit, guys. Maybe that'd be a little better. How is everyone doing tonight? I think the cold is going to drop down here over the next couple of days. I think we're supposed to be down in the low 30s on Friday. I'm about done with all this winter. I'm going to try and keep up with this chat a little better tonight if everybody comes in or if anybody comes in. I'll give everybody a little time here. How's everybody been doing? 19, Friday night. Ooh. Why, hello, Wendy. I'm glad you found it. I restarted it on StreamYard. I like StreamYard a little better than YouTube. But I don't know how many more of these lives I get free before I have to start paying for a subscription. Hey, from East Texas. Well, hi, Tanya. What part of East Texas? We have a farm up there. Anna and Andre. What's going on, guys? What are you doing over here? You're supposed to be getting ready for bed. You come to give me a hug? Or you just want to be on the live? Your hair is a mess. Hey, Stuart. Company hanging out tonight. Near Palestine? I go through Palestine pretty much every time I go to the ranch up there. I love the Juicy's Tacos there on the loop. Look, and Wendy saying hi, Angie Lee.
Hi, Wendy.
You ready for bed? Hey, Dakota. Yeah, I know. They want to hang out on the lives. They love it. Hey, Tanya, try their nachos, the chicken nachos. My goodness. Oh, we got 6 in here. That's pretty good. I just wanted to get together, guys. It's been a few weeks since I've been on live. I've had a few emails. Everybody wanting to know where I went. I've just been totally engulfed out at the farm trying to get things ready and up to par, all of that kind of good stuff. Y'all are doing the things, I'm sure, as I am. So no great news there. But if y'all have checked into the channel lately, we're getting going on the garden and the greenhouse, trying to get a bunch of things started and going in there. I'm sure y'all have noticed all the price increases. Hey, Tony, how's it going? That's no news to anybody, but I think now we're not seeing those 10-cent jumps. We're seeing them, 50 and 60 cents at a time. I noticed when I left the other day, Tanya, we had a bunch of seedlings coming up. Say, Mama.
Oh, it's time for bed?
Everything was starting to poke its head up. Hey, Andre, I'm going to sure try and make it over there this weekend for that pig thingy. It's not just horrible prices. I think it's starting to be on the verge of extortion. That was kind of my whole thing I wanted to talk about tonight, everything going on. Obviously, everybody's talking about Ukraine over there. Hey, ML. I can do that, Andre. Yeah, it's going to be chilly. Hey, John, how's it going? I don't know tonight, man. You can see I'm not in my element out at the farm. I'm in the big city of Houston. So I don't know where it's going to go tonight. Who knows where it'll lead. I didn't get an update on crypto today. What's the word on crypto? What was Bitcoin looking like today after our favorite president signed his executive order? I didn't see what actually happened. Hey, y'all are going to have to go over there and stay out of my live, okay? Sorry, guys, kids. Yeah, UDB gal, pushing everybody to electric vehicles. That's dream la la land. Hey, Tim, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, that map is pretty flat. All kinds of things goes on with our maps today. That's not even a real representation of what it looks like, but it's pretty to hang on the wall. I was watching a deal on the maps the other day about how they tried to make the globe look flat, and it puts everything out of proportion. Crypto banging, is that banging down or banging up? Hey, Patty, thanks for stopping by. I forgot what I was even talking about a while ago. The electric vehicles. That's a dream in itself. Not only can nobody afford them, they can't make them or build them. I mean, when's the last time you saw an electric tractor plowing a field? I have seen some of the Elon Musk trucks driving up and down the 45 corridor. Bitcoin was green. I guess green. Last time I saw it a few days ago, it was like around 38,000. I heard something about they were going to have to back it with gold, maybe. Hey, Shelly, how's it going? We are discussing a freeze dryer, the new one, and also my sister is discussing a freeze dryer. Hey, Texas lady. Thanks for stopping by. Precious metals, coppers, and lead. Yeah, you can't go wrong there. Oh, Bitcoin was up today. Nice. I guess for the guys that own Bitcoin, it is. Up 2,000. Up 42. Up 4,000. Well, maybe I should have bought in. But that's probably part of their whole plan. I mean, up and down. Only the guys with the real money can play that stuff. It's out for me. Y'all know me, I like tangible stuff I can hold in my hand. And we're lucky. We just bought fuel, a load of propane, just about probably the right time. Lots of eggs. Yeah, we got more eggs than we can sell apparently this week. I got a couple of 5-gallon bucketfuls. Hey, Rebecca. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Jan. How you doing? Totally out of my element tonight, Jan. I don't have my tinfoil hat. I'm not at the farm. I'm in the city. I'm going to be beaming in with all this 5, 8, 10G on me, so I'll totally be out of my element tonight. Hey, Jefferson, what's going on? If you can't hold it, you don't have it. That's pretty true, UDB gal. Yeah, it's crazy. The propane in the little town where we're at, when you drive through the truck stop, it's about $4.50 a gallon. And over at our little hardware store, she still has it for about $3.90. So it's worth the drive across town over there, half a mile to the little local hardware store. Hey, Fallen Arkansas veteran, how's it going? Hey, there's Windy Southern Song. I think these gas prices are, I've said it the whole time, guys, this is only the beginning. We're only starting to see the very beginning of all of this that has taken place over the last few years. It's just now starting. So if you think you're in trouble now, excuse me, if you think you're in trouble now, me and Ann were having a discussion earlier tonight about it. I mean, and the whole reason why we stay here in Houston is pretty much for her job. I mean, I'm retired and stay out at the farm a lot and prepare the farm for what we think is coming. But she has a nice job here in Houston. We keep a house here, and at what point is that job not worth staying here? Hey, Doug, glad you could come in. Hey, Uper. North and South, how you doing? Yeah, gas prices are just going to keep going up. I don't think we'll probably see an end to the price of the gas. It's going to go outrageous. I think we're probably going to see a supply issue before too long. There are, unfortunately, a lot of people out there don't have the money for what's going on right now. It's not helping their situation. But there are a lot of people out there that do have the money. I mean, look around on YouTube for 10 minutes. The guys driving the, offshore power boats and yachts and Corvettes and Lamborghinis and Ferraris, they're not in short supply, guys. There are a lot of people out there that got money to burn at $10 a gallon. So, hey, JB. I don't really think it'll be a pricing issue. I think it's going to wind up being a supply issue. I mean, right now they're raking in the money while they can, but eventually, just like me and Ann were talking today, she was buying apple juice for the girls. We go to Costco and buy organic apple juice. It's cheapest by the gallon there. That's where we get it. And it's gone from, what'd you say, $5 a gallon to nearly $7?
7.5.
$7.50. I mean, it's up $2.50 in the last 4 months. That's just apple juice. And the prices that you're seeing on fuel right now, everything that is in the store that you're buying and the goods that you're buying right now, those goods were not affected by all of this fuel price. I mean, it's just in the last couple of weeks since all of this Ukraine stuff is going on that we've seen these fuel jumps. So, the product that you're getting hasn't been affected by those fuel prices yet. Hey JB, it's going pretty good. I got to come into town and spend a few days with the family, so not too bad. But these prices that you're seeing that are crazy, those are only going to get worse. And then it's really going to be a supply issue. And it's just one crisis right after the other. All of our distraction now is on Russia and Ukraine. If everybody is wanting you to look that way, they got everybody pointing over that way, there is all kinds of stuff going on in the background, guys. Don't think that all the COVID stuff and all that has gone away. They are passing laws right and left that you don't hear about, you don't see about, and you're going to wake up, in another 6 months, and there is going to be that mandate. There is going to be that passport. Oh, Doug, it's definitely going to be worth your wait. Trust me, brother. Yeah, Stuart, cash is trash, tangible assets. I hate to tell people to go do it, but get everything that you can, because what you can get is only going to get higher and in more demand. Yeah, north and south. For us, 99% of people, it hurts. But the 1%, or even the top 10%, they don't care about $10 a gallon of gas. I mean, when is the last time you think Gates or Soros or, Zuckerberg, when's the last time you think they even thought about filling up their car? Not how much it costs, but to actually fill it up. Yeah, it's all smoke and mirrors. It never does, Jefferson, for us regular people. That's the whole plan. That's exactly what I was discussing with Ann earlier, being locked into that system. You get into that system where you got to go to work and you got a mortgage and you got a car payment and you got insurance and electrical bills and medical bills, and you got all this stuff. You're locked in. You got to go to work. I mean, they got you thinking that you got to go to work and you got to get it done. If you don't, what are you going to do? $3.99 a gallon. That's pretty cheap, Texas lady. It's like what, 4, 8, 4. It's over 4 at Costco here.
For the premium.
Yeah, Jefferson, even if they don't got huge bulk tanks, I mean, they send the car guy down there with a credit card to fill up the car. They never even see the bill, so they don't care. I mean, when you drive around in a $400,000 or $500,000 limousine, who cares how much it costs to fill it up? When you're driving, getting in your helicopter to go fly to your $2 billion yacht that costs more than most people make in the 10-year time in their life to fill up with fuel, they don't care. $3.99 is a pretty good price. Why, hello, MT. Oh, we're not too far. I don't know how crazy we're going to get tonight, but is Tina in here? I didn't see Tina. Hey, Tina. Thanks for stopping by, Terry. We can go down this thing as far as y'all want, guys. Doesn't matter to me. Y'all give me some suggestions. I heard today they confirmed there was biolabs over in Ukraine. You know, that's no longer a conspiracy theory. It's getting hard to talk about any conspiracy theories because they're all true. I mean, everything's just coming true day after day, worse and worse. Yeah, Uber, they don't care. I mean, we're not even numbers to those people. I mean, at 8 billion on the planet, we're not even numbers anymore. Unfortunately, you know, this 50, 60, 70 years ago when our parents were growing up, you know, in the 40s or 50s, people did make a difference. I mean, they didn't have the technology they have today to take care of all those jobs. And there wasn't as many people around. So, you know, the great, you know, American dream continued on. But as we have progressed and technology has come along, they don't need us anymore. I mean, literally. You got all these truck drivers, you know, the truck driver thing and the protest. You got Elon Musk sitting there rooting on the truckers. Yeah, freedom, freedom. Y'all got to strike. Y'all got to strike. And he gets in his limousine that he don't care how much, you know, fuel it burns and drives back to his plant where they are making automatic driving 18-wheelers to replace those truckers. All right. We don't need truckers anymore that we have to pay. They got medical problems, that get sick, that, you know, have to take so many hours of the day off and all that kind of stuff. We can do away with those people. And that's what they're doing. I mean, they're going to. I personally have seen the trucks driving down I-45, the I-45 corridor. You look it up, the I-45 and the I-35 corridor between Dallas and Houston and Dallas and San Antonio is the test grounds for Elon Musk truck. And I have seen them. They're not being driven. There's a guy sitting right over in the passenger seat. Nobody driving that truck. So they are working on them. And that goes for everybody, everything. Agriculture, the same way. Why do they need to depend on a farmer to get up every day and go out there and plow that field when they got a tractor that will do it on GPS? I mean, you know, they don't need Farmer Smith that's owned his farm and his family for the last 200 years to get out there and produce. They can get whoever that came over the border, since our border is wide open, to come over here and fill those feed bins for $5 a day and be happy. I mean, all of this distraction with Ukraine and the war going on over there, guys. What happened to everything else here that was going on just, you know, a couple of months ago besides the COVID? The millions of people that are pouring over our border, all right, the riots, the looting, it's a new day and a new news cycle. All right, I think Putin ought to get the Nobel Peace Prize. I heard somebody say the other day, he's rid the world of COVID in 2 weeks. At least it ain't on the news anymore, but you know, it's still going on back there behind the scenes where everybody's not looking. I can assure you, the whole Ukraine deal, I'm not even a military analyst, genius, you know, I've never even been in the military, but I can tell you, Putin is not stupid enough to go park a 40-mile-long convoy of fighting vehicles on a road, the main road, in the broad daylight open for no reason. Okay, there's a plan behind that for something. I don't know what it is, but you don't park a 40-mile-long convoy of your military on the biggest, brightest, widest road going into the target you're going to hit. It's taken them 2 weeks to go less than 100 kilometers in to Ukraine, to the capital. There's 30 people in the room right now. Does anyone in this room believe that Ukraine is able to hold off and fend off Russia? Okay, you got Ukraine and you have Russia. All right, one of the three largest superpowers in the world, and apparently a bunch of civilians, men and women, are holding off the Russian army. Does anyone in here believe that? I mean, it's again, I'm no military analyst, but come on. I mean, they've either lied to us the last 40 or 50 years on the Cold War, or there's something going on. I would totally say that Putin is part of it. He knows. Hey, let's start a little war over here. Let's get all the distraction going on over here. We can jack up the prices. We can raid the coffers, before all this comes crumbling down. So all they're doing is raiding the coffers, guys. I mean, what has really changed in the world other than the lockdown from COVID? I mean, China's still China. We're still us. I mean, really, the world didn't change other than one day, poof, they said everybody's getting sick. Noah. It's just common sense, guys. Y'all just you got to look at the big picture. I know most of the people in here already know. I mean, if there's some new people in here that are listening, that's great. But it is exactly, Andre. It's all common sense. I mean, these things just don't happen for no reason. I mean, Putin threatening the whole world. If you get involved, we're going to declare war on you. Poland's, the army airplane switcheroonie that you've all been hearing about the last few days, and we finally pulled out today. I mean, who do you think has been arming Ukraine this whole time? I mean, it's not like this thing started 2 weeks ago. I mean, everybody remembers that the real deal happened in 2014, when Putin took Crimea. But if you go back even before that, it actually all started in 97. And you could say the CIA was involved, or was an overthrow, or, again, misinformation, too much information. Who knows what actually happened? But here we are today. Exactly. They've been on the same side the entire time. They're all on the same side. All right. That's the elite. All right. They're all buddies behind the scenes. It's just like the attorneys and the judge when the court case goes down at your local courthouse. All right. The judge and the attorneys, they all go play golf in the afternoon. During the day, when they're in court, it's got to be like this. But at beer 30, they're all on the golf course, shooting the BS together. It's the way all the elites are, just like I just told you about Elon Musk and the truckers. He's supporting the Freedom Convoy. And in the same hand, he's going to turn around and drive his limousine back to his factory and build a truck to replace every one of those truckers. I mean, Zuckerberg is only giving you Facebook to help, right? I mean, let me see what y'all guys are talking about over here. NATO equals NWO. Yeah, that's a North Atlantic terrorist organization, basically. But they're all in it together, guys. I mean, the New World Order, I've explained it to you on other videos. I mean, everybody's got their own idea, what they think it is, and group, and religion, and all that kind of stuff. Look at it simply. It's the world order in which we are. Who's been on top the whole time? Since World War I. All right? Us right here. Good old US of A. World War II, right on top. Right? All this time. How long we've been on top here? 100 years? Well, now it's time for a new world order. Someone else is going to be on top. Okay? The people, the politicians, the greed has sold us out to a foreign country. China. It ain't Russia, it's China. They have the people, they have the manufacturing, they have the minerals and things, the raw materials to do it with. Their society is already obeying under those strict laws. I mean, they have it. The whole internet, UDB gal. I mean, the whole internet came from the military. If you don't think the military didn't put a back door into everything, all right, they got a back door. Why do you think Russia is fixing to cut their cable in a few days and do their own internet thing. Because if you're on the internet, they got a backdoor into you. I don't care what VPN, stealthware, they got a backdoor. Anything on this computer, phone, digital, it's saved and recorded. Don't ever think that it's not. Every communication. Yeah, Tony, the Great Reset. Exactly. The question is, who's going to be on top on that reset? I mean, in all honesty, Rothschild's money controls both sides. So it's a matter of who they want to come out on top. And they've already got that in the plan. Trust me, they have planned for it. We're all people. North and South, we're all people, just like the Russians over there. They're just people. I mean, honestly, I can't remember the last time I woke up in the morning and thought, damn, we need to go spread a bunch of freedom over there at Ukraine. Or, you know, them damn Russians, they're making my life miserable over here. We need to go to war with those guys. I watch some Russian channels. There's some good people over there, common sense stuff, funny. I mean, just like us. None of them want to go to war. I don't know anybody here in the U.S. that wants to go to war. I think there'd be a hell of a lot less war if the politicians went and fought those wars. You know how much money I would pay to see Putin and Biden get in a ring? You know, I'd pay. It's insane the amount of things that are happening out there, and everybody's focus is on this Ukraine deal. And it's understandable. I mean, that's what they're pushing down your throat, and it's 24/7 news cycle, blah, blah, blah. I clicked on the TV today. I'm in Houston, turned on the TV. There's Fox News, and boom. The first thing I see was Russia had attacked some child care hospital, area. And amazingly, the camera just happened to be there at the exact right time when these people, all right, I guess Ukrainians, were coming out of this bombed out building, all right, with this hurt lady on the stretcher. Look past what they're showing you on the main screen into the background of what's going on in this area, all right? Out of this newly bombed place, apparently, the only people that were there were the ones they wanted into the TV shot. I mean, in the background, there's nobody around except right here in this nice little line where the camera is shooting, and there's about 20 or 30 people, hobbling along there trying to get out. Was it real or fake? I have no idea. None of us do. But when they repealed the Smith-Mundt Act back during Obama, that gave them full opportunity to propagandize everything you see. Everything. Yeah, Tony, China's the one. Trust me, China is the one. Russia's playing their part on where are they going to be in that new world order. They want to play a big part, and they will, because they have lots of gas, all right? They got lots and lots of mineral over there. Resources are the keys, guys. That's what's going to fuel our future, no matter what it is, electric or petroleum, whatever we determine that's going to do it, it's going to come from right here on the planet. So wherever it's left, you can assume those places are going to be sought after. Hey, Ark, how's it going, man? Eating rabbit yet? Yeah, we tried. We thinking about it. Discussing it anyway. trying to understand what these guys are doing. I mean, I don't see how Ukraine is fighting off the big bad Russia. I don't buy it. I don't buy Putin parking a 40-mile long convoy on that road. All right, there's something else going on. What it is, I don't know, but I think he's warmed up to China pretty good. And I think everybody, including the current, the last, and several before him, have sold us out to the Chinese. Specifically, the one that's in there now is a money man and can be bought and paid very easily. Again, everything that's going on in Ukraine with Hunter and the money and the whole deal for years and years over there. And now magically, all of a sudden, we've got a war in Ukraine and trillions of dollars of aid and weaponry money is pouring into that country. And what's Ukraine known for? Corruption at the finest. Think they're really fighting a war over there? Or is it all for play? Soaking up some of that money. Eating crow. I wish some of the guys around that were actually talking about stuff would eat some of their crow. I watched a few of the big prepper channels here the last few days, and oh man, the sky's falling, the sky's falling. We got 24 hours, we got 48 hours. It's, breaking news. It's, the world's going to end tomorrow. Oh my, these guys are in full panic mode. I thought being a prepper was, this is what we prepared for. We knew it was coming the whole time. Is any of this really surprising any of you? I mean, if you're a prepper, you knew every bit of it was coming. This is only the beginning. $5 a gallon gas. That's going to be nothing. Wait till you're going to be lucky where you find gas. I think that was part of the problem back in the 70s during the embargo. It wasn't the price. You just couldn't get it. Didn't matter how much money you had. Exactly, Jan. It's all diversions. There's a lot of other stuff going on you don't hear about till after the fact. I mean, us conspiracy theorists knew there were biolabs in Ukraine the day Russia went in. And it's taken the U.S. State Department 2 weeks to verify that. Yeah, there were some biolabs in there, and we're working with the Ukrainians to make sure that the Russians don't get their hands on everything we were working on in there. What do you think they were working on? Bad soup recipes? Somebody said that the other night. I thought that was funny. Yeah, UDB Gal, I don't think there'll ever be a full nuclear exchange. As dumb as these people are, they don't want to live in a nuclear world either. Hey, Micro Farmer, how's it going, man? So I don't think there will be a full nuclear exchange. Tactical, maybe. I mean, it's not to say they won't ever pull the trigger on one, but I don't think they're looking to wipe the whole thing clean. I mean, if they wanted to wipe us clean, they can do it a lot easier than nuclear. I mean, biolabs, obviously, they got bugs that can, scorched earth without the scorched earth. Exactly, Art. The misinformation, all of the information coming out there. I mean, I click around and look on these Ukraine videos and see all these, tanks blown up and armored stuff laying around everywhere. Whose is it? I mean, it all looks the same to me. I'm no tank specialist, and maybe some of you military guys can, oh, that's Soviet, oh, that's this, oh, that's that. But, just like I said, if Ukraine has been able to hold off the Soviet Union for the last 2 weeks and that's all they got, we've been lied to the last 50 years on the Cold War. I want my money back. Oh, they probably have the technology for nuclear UDP gal. I've seen some of that technology. Oh, it's all right, Art. It's just the truth. It's what they've been doing to us for a long time. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. Everybody's worried about this EMP thing. I've heard everybody talk about the EMP deal. Totally plausible and possible. I mean, it is considered a first strike weapon, but unless they've already got it in space, sitting up there waiting, chances are if they launch anything off of the ground, guys, we're going to know it. We have the technology to know anytime something like that leaves over there, our systems are automatically turned on, notified, and you get that mutually assured destruction thing going on. That's why they always let everybody know whenever they're launching one of these space things or an ICBM or testing something, because anything that's sent through the air, through the upper zone up there, that's not supposed to be, is instantly, and who knows what we got up there to knock those things out. I mean, back in the 80s, Reagan was building Star Wars. If they were talking about it, they were doing it. So that'd be another one of them black box projects that they were working on. Totally. But I think we're just now starting to see the beginnings of all this, guys. I mean, everything they've been planning for the last 50, 60 years is starting to come to fruition. We are reaping what they sowed, and it is going according to plan. Exactly, North and South. They're not going to teach you any of the real history in public school. They're going to teach you what they want you to know and rewrite history. Why do you think they're getting rid of all the books? It's hard to change all of those books, but it's very easy to change it digitally. Exactly, Tony. If they were talking about it, we already got it. And I tell you guys, I was fortunate to work in aerospace before I became self-employed up around the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And that will be one of the big targets if we are targeted. There is a lot of electronics and warfare stuff that comes out of the Dallas area. Many aircraft manufacturers, helicopter manufacturers, military Raytheon equipment, stuff like that comes out of there. And I got to work around a bunch of that stuff before I came self-employed. So the stuff our military has, the government has, is way beyond what most people would realize. Oh yeah, the atomic nuclear stuff. The problem with all that and what we dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki that was old technology, and minor in comparison to some of the things we have today. But the radiation wasn't too bad. I mean, obviously it did kill a bunch of people there at ground zero, but look at those cities today. I mean, 80 years later, they're thriving cities. So it's definitely survivable, but the things that we have today are much worse than what we dropped a long time ago. Yeah, everything they're building, Stuart, is getting rid of the people. I mean, AI, robots and AI. Look at the Chinese in the Olympics. Look at how many things over there they were replacing normal everyday jobs with robots. The technology is there. If you don't think so, get on DARPA's website one day and look around there for a couple of hours. You'll be really surprised at the things they're showing you. You cannot differentiate between the robots and people that DARPA has. You can't. And if that's what they're showing us, they have far more advanced than what they are showing us, I can assure you. Did Hill Country Pepper stop in? Hey, Bill, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, subs, EMPs. Hell, Art. The way things are going today, they could probably bring that thing in a container, haul it right up there to Kansas or wherever, and launch it right out of there. Either way, they're going to have to get it up. They got to get it in the air, and when they get it in the air, we're going to know. If it's on a sub, it's going to be too late. But he's got them on hypersonic now, so I think we're only 6 minutes. We used to have 24 minutes or something, but now we got 6. What's this, Lauren? The thing about maternity hospital puzzles me. No police don't tease when animals. Oh yeah, the hospital hit over there. I don't believe none of it that I see on TV. I'll just take it for a grain of salt. I mean, I know what they're pushing. I know what agenda they're pushing. Yeah, the Navy's had lasers for a while. Hey, Bland, how's it going? Yeah, I sent out a notification earlier. I don't know how many got it, but what surprised me about the hospital, Lauren, was that the people were only right there in front of the cameras. I mean, out of all of the other space and area out there around this hospital, there was nobody wandering around out there injured or laying around or, in a state of confusion or panic for just being, blown up. Well, I thought it was like they had a number of 17. That's all right, Bland. They probably didn't want to send out my notification anyway. All of it over there, everything they're filming over there is, I mean, there's more conspiracy theories coming out of the news reports than actual conspiracy theories. I mean, the Ghost of Kiev turned out to be a video game. Come on. I don't buy any of it for a minute. I think it's a total distraction, and they got other things cooking in the background that are going to be a lot bigger. I mean, as soon as people become null to this distraction, although they're going to bleed it for a while for some money because money is pouring in from around the world. So they're going to bleed it for weapons and money for a while. But when people lose the attention span of this, it'll be on to something else. Totally. I mean, just because it's on video does not mean you can believe it anymore, Bland. I saw a news report the other day. The lady was standing there holding the microphone, getting ready to go live. It was on Ukrainian TV, and they had all these body bags out behind her where there were 40 or 50 people that had gotten killed, and the wind blew one of the body bags off of the guy's laying back there, and he grabbed the body bag and pulled it back over himself right quick, and it was all right there on live TV right behind the reporter. I mean, it's a show. The world is a stage, and basically we're along for the ride, guys. I've said it before and I'd say it again. I wouldn't pay too much about what's going on there. Don't let it distract you, and keep focused on your preps. The last couple of videos I put out was about the food and the garden. I really think that's the way we need to be going. Put you up some emergency food and canned food and that kind of stuff, but you need to be self-reliant, because as soon as you break into that emergency food or your canned food or your stored food, it puts you on a clock. Your time is ticking. If you can't replenish that stock, your time is ticking. And I'm thinking long haul here, guys, years. I mean, if this thing goes down the way anybody thinks that it's going to, it's not going to come back just in a few months. I mean, look at Ukraine. I mean, this has been going on a couple of weeks now. Do you think a month ago any of these people thought they would be where they are today? I mean, even though the country's been in a state of war for 6 or 7 years, 8 years, do you think many of those people thought they would be where they are today? Just 3 weeks ago. That's how fast it can happen, guys. Yeah, there's a lot of truth going around in the YouTube videos, Art. It's just, the camera is there and it's not planned. It's just there. Boom, and it's on YouTube. It leaves people to make up their own decisions. I mean, it's not hard to do. Just Joe the other day made his speech, oh, it's not our administration causing the gas prices. It's not our problem. It's not our fault. It's not us. Don't put the finger at us. It's always somebody else's fault. You're the one driving the bus, dude. Yeah, I've heard a lot about the people already stealing gas from cars. That is not a very wise move. And it's only it's not even $5 a gallon, mostly, guys. And people are already starting to act this way. Can you imagine when it's 7 or 10 or you can't get it? Yeah, Fox is a part of them. All of the media companies are owned by 3 people, guys. All of them. It's just like all of the corporations. All of your food in the United States is made by about 30 companies. All right? And those 30 companies are probably owned by 10 individuals. They control your whole food supply. Our gas. How many petroleum manufacturers are there? 4 or 5. They control it all. And even they don't control it. Obviously, the man in charge up there with his little pen, the pen is mightier than the sword with his executive order today. That's how it works, guys. They got you distracted over in Ukraine, and they are passing all kinds of laws right here at home, doing all kinds of things that we are unaware of. What happened to the trucker thing? I mean, aren't we supposed to have a big convoy, freedom convoy here in the U.S.? I watch YouTube pretty much every day, and I ain't seen nothing on it. What's Jan talking about over here? Yeah, all the corporations are tied in. The U.S. is a corporation. All right, we're run by corporations. We are a corporation. Look into it. Make your own judgment call. Look at how does it operate? They don't give 2 craps about your personal freedom. Go over to my community tab, a few tabs back, and look, Jan Psaki, right up there speaking for the president, tells you she don't give 2 craps about your personal rights, and they're going to do everything that they can to remove them. You have no personal right or freedom. They tell you right to your face, guys. Yeah, Bland, I nominated Putin for the what? Nobel Peace Prize. He cured the world of COVID in 2 weeks. I ain't choosing sides over there, guys. I don't believe we have any damn business at all in Ukraine. None whatsoever. Our treasure and blood should not be over there. We got borders that are wide open here. We got vets that need help. We got kids that need fed. We got infrastructure that needs to be built. We do not need to police the world. We don't need to be in Ukraine. Hey, Bradley, I'm glad you made it back. Yes, Jefferson, it is sad. I seen 1 or 2 videos on it, north and south, a few days ago. Broussard actually put up Broussard Homestead. They put up a video, I think, when it came through down on I-10 down through there. And it's all, woohoo, yeah, freedom, I root for you guys. But what did it change in Canada? Did it change anything? I couldn't tell. Hey, Critter Creek, how's it going? Texas lady. The UFC fighter said it all. I don't watch UFC, so I don't know what he said, Euper. Exactly, FAV. You're going to own nothing and you're going to be happy. They had the deal. I think I got a video on it a ways back where Prince Charles was speaking at the G720 summit. I don't know what summit it was, but they've already got the plan. All right. The world is in debt. There's no way for the world to pay that debt back. That's another thing I want to talk to you all about is your money and this FDIC thing. All right. Don't even forget that. FDIC. The world, all right. Let me just do this FDIC thing right now. Guys, your money in the bank, all right? I watched a video today. I knew it the whole time, but it never did really click into my brain until I watched the guy today. You need to think about your money in the bank like this, all right? Yeah, you're FDIC insured up to $250,000. But what you got to realize is there is not that much cash in circulation. We have not ever printed as much cash as we have zeros and ones in the computer. All right. And I'm just going to use round numbers here because I don't want to look up the exact figures. But let's just say, all right, that everybody in the U.S. has a total amassed value of $100 million in the bank. Okay. Those are zeros and ones. We only have $50 million in circulation, and everybody goes to pull their cash out of the bank. All right. There's no cash left in the bank if they try and withdraw the amount of money that is zeros and ones. So your FDIC insured money is not insured, guys, when the insurers collapse. Right. If there's no money there to give out, what good is the insurance going to do you? You got money in the bank, take some out. Keep it at home. If it all crashes, the money's probably going to be worthless anyway, so it won't matter. But take some out and keep it at home as much as you possibly can. Because as long as you can still pay those notes somehow, all right, that you're legally bound to pay, they cannot take it away from you. So keep some money at home, guys, because that FDIC insurance, and I used to work for an insurance company, retired from them. When the insurance company runs out of money, they quit paying claims. All right. Yeah, they're reinsured, but when they run out of money, all right, the pot is empty and there's no money to give back. So get some cash out and keep it at home. It'd be a good idea right now. The convoy has no end game. I don't think so. It's going to happen just like Canada. Give them a few days to go up there and hoorah, hoorah, hoorah. But when it's time to go, shoo, shoo. They're creating a disturbance, shoo, shoo. And if you don't want to leave, we're going to write you a ticket. If you don't want to leave, we're going to impound your truck. We're going to throw you in jail. Just like I said, they're going to use force to remove those people. And they did. What are y'all talking about over here? Exactly, Art. FDIC. Careful, guys. All right. Assets. Cash is trash. Assets. I hate to tell you to go out and buy everything that you can, but go out and buy everything that you can because there ain't nothing going to get cheaper. And if this whole thing goes down, you ain't going to be able to get it. Now you're off the wall. How's it going? I ain't seen you in here before. So the FDIC thing is a scam, guys. Don't think your money's insured just because it's in the bank. When they run out of cash, they've only printed so much, and when they can't hand out anymore, they can't hand out anymore. That's just it. Everybody was yipping and yapping the last couple of days. Gold is at an all-time high. Buy gold, buy metals, blah, blah, blah. If you're going to buy metals, buy brass and lead, all right? An ounce of gold is what, $2,000? It was up over $2,000 today. I think the high was 2020. So you invested $2,000 and got a 20% or $20 increase on your $2,000 investment. That's not very good. I bought bullets the other day for 9mm at 36 cents a round. And the last place I looked yesterday online, the cheapest I found was 55 cents a round. That's 20 cents for a 36-cent investment. It's off the wall prepper. More lead. Look at Ukraine. All right. Where is everything happening at in Ukraine? The cities. When it happens here, where is everything going to happen? In the cities, guys. What all of the prepping channels have been telling you. If there is any way for you to get out of the city, get out of the cities. You can't grow your own food in the cities. You can't be self-reliant in the cities. All of those people are going to be competing over the same amount of goods, guys. You're going to have to get out. I'm clearing another acre on our place for nothing but garden. I mean, it's forest right now, but we're working on clearing it. He's right here. Everybody ask, what's something extra that we can do to make money? Your farm, if you have one, will make money. All right. Times are still good enough now that, I mean, we sell eggs for $5 or $6 a dozen, probably 50 or 60 dozen a month. As much as we can collect that our chickens lay, we can sell. I can sell hatched chicks. I can sell full-grown chickens. We have rare chickens that we can sell. I mean, you got to find that niche, but something as simple as chickens, all right, are going to see you through some of the hardest times. They'll provide you eggs. They'll provide you income. They'll provide you meat. All right. They provide you protection on your property. They're a damn good security alarm. They eat bugs. They help maintain the garden. They provide you fertilizer and money. What are these going to be worth after shit hits the fan? Really? What's fresh fruit and veggies going to be worth? I mean, I've seen the videos over in Ukraine. The food, the people, all right? These people are hiding down in the subways. Is that the way you want to live your life? I mean, when the shizzy hits the fizzy, where are you going to be? Are you going to be out somewhere where you can maybe actually protect yourself and supply your family and food, water, shelter? Or are you going to be hunkering down in the subway with the other thousands of people from in town with no food, no water? You're at the mercy of basically whoever's around you. UFC press conference. I'll look into that. Hey, Texas lady. Yeah, that greenhouse. There again, guys. I saw this 20 years ago. Literally, I started prepping in the year 2000. Y2K was a big thing, and it was going to be the end of the world. Yeah, blah blah blah, whatever. But that opened my eyes to it, and I've been fortunate enough for 20 years now that I've been able to amass the things that I think it's going to take to help make it through this. I mean, even me as a 20-year veteran prepper, guys, with everything that I got, I am still direly concerned about what's going to happen. There's just so much out there that you can't control. There's a ton of ways to make money, guys. Everybody has a skill. Knitting yarn, mechanical on vehicles, on cars, building. I mean, it's all a matter of desire. I have a one-legged vet that comes out there and chops wood on my property. The guy's got one leg, chops wood and stacks it. I give him all the wood he wants for free, but just to chop it and stack it out there is a feat in itself for me. And this guy does it one-legged. Exactly, off the wall prepper. Everybody's got a skill. I mean, even if it's just out there operating a shovel and a hoe, when it's working in that garden and making sure that garden produces, it's desired help that you're going to need. Hey, Shaky. Scrapping metal that's actually a pretty good business to be in, Brian. Underground railroad set up for homesteaders and preppers. Yeah, north and south. The problem with all of that and all of the preppers and everybody coming together, whether it be you can go to the far extreme militia groups or, people like us that just want to communicate. The communication is the key there. And when the communication goes down, I mean, we've all heard the stories how hard it is to communicate in Ukraine right now. You see the people. I mean, they're leaving by foot. You can expect that's a prime example of going on over there, what you can expect here. I mean, I don't think we're going to be invaded by anybody, but the problems that we have here and the problems that they've generated in the U.S., we're going to have the same problems. I mean, it's going to be a civil war here. The haves versus the have-nots. The have-nots that are starving. Yeah, Tony, you can't do it all. It's impossible. I've preached it on my channel for a long time. You guys need to be making the connections to other people. You're not going to be able to make it alone. You and your wife and your kids, wherever you may be, in the country or in the city, either way. Just to pull a security detail is going to take numerous people. And it is going to get that bad where you're going to need it. There are going to be people that are going to come try and take what you have. And it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're in the country or you're in the city. If you're in the country, there are other country people out there that are not prepared. And they're going to go looking. Your friendliest neighbor down the road that you've known for 10 years, when his kids get hungry, that guy is going to become a different person. Even though, you may know them and you're going to do the right thing and you're going to help them out and you're going to give them some food and water because you've known them 10 years and they're a good neighbor. All right. They're just like you. When they crack into that emergency food, that box of food that they got, that's all they got. And their clock is ticking. So, that box of food that you gave them, that's only going to last for 3 or 4 days. And then what's going to happen? They're going to come back and they're going to want some more. It helps to know all these people and everybody come together and help each other. But, there is going to come that point, guys, where it's all gone. And then what happens? Even the people of your mag group, it's going to become an issue. We have had these discussions in my mag groups, just because we have all brought food and put food in our mag group does not mean that you go in there and make a meal anytime that you want. I mean, we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Everybody gets a portion, a serving. Those are doled out accordingly. And, beyond that, you're not having the midnight snack. You're not, you don't get extras. You've got to have those discussions with people that you're going to be close to. Hey, Arizona, how's it going? Having a mag, guys, does not mean that you got to live with these people or the people are going to come live with you or, whatever weird idea that you may have. Just because people in your community is, even if it doesn't get that bad. I mean, it's getting to the point now where the prices are going to start affecting people with health, dental, vision, simple things. Wouldn't it be nice to have a doctor that you knew that could, do a little something for you maybe at home? I mean, no, Stuart, don't learn to be hungry. Learn how to garden. Hungry is not fun. Yeah, north and south. Unfortunately, we the people have been very convenient sized. Uh, we've becoming accustomed to that convenience and run to the store and buy it, and everything is click, 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 and it shows right up to your doorstep. It's going to be a mix between Zombieland Shaky and Mad Max, I think. Totally a Venezuela situation. I think we're headed that way for sure. I mean, inflation is definitely pointing us that way. I'm a realist, guys. I just look at what's going on around. I mean, not only around here in my little local community, but worldwide, what's going on. I mean, everything that was going on 6 months fell right out of the news cycle. I mean, how long did it take our Afghanistan debacle to get out of the news cycle? I mean, how fast did they replace that with something? No, having people close Arizona, that's it's the thing. Although I've got some people in my mag group that are probably going to travel 100 miles or further to try and get here. They know it's going to be, at that point, it's going to be the best option. And that's kind of the thing is, really, I'm just waiting for the straw that breaks the camel's back. Being at it 20 years, I've completed my preps. I keep everything topped off. I'm always buying more stuff, that kind of stuff. But my major things are done. I mean, I've prepared the best way that I know how and the best way I thought that I would need to. Alternative energy sources, food, water, redundant systems on all of those. Living in the country, gardens, greenhouses. I made plans for all that stuff, guys. I've been working on it for 20 years. Hey, Off the Wall Prepper, thanks for donating, man. I appreciate it, but not necessary, brother. I really feel sorry for a lot of people. A lot I don't. The ones that are not realizing what happens, I have no sympathy for whatsoever. They're going to get exactly what they deserve and what they voted for. But the people out there are so many people out there that cannot prepare. It's going to be devastating, guys. It's just starting. Yes, they will, Shaky. I have several vet guys that are, they've been in the heat of combat. They are part of our mag, and, that's exactly what they say. The government trained them to do things that, normal people don't do. And now they've come back home and the government wants to mess with their kids. What do you think they're going to do to them? I mean, look at what these vets have done to people overseas spreading freedom. What do you think they're going to do to people that mess with their family at home? Yeah, Off the Wall Prepper, community is a big part of it. The people are going to realize that, but it's going to be too late, I think, for a lot of folks. I mean, it's hard now to meet people, literally. As bad as the situation is, it's hard to meet people. You can't go to anywhere that you don't have the conspiracy theorist in there, the FBI's watching, the CIA's onto you, everything's infiltrated, blah, blah, blah. You got to step past all of that. You got to put yourself out there. You got to come to the conclusion that if today is the day where they knock on my door, then today is the day that the shizzy has hit the fizzy for me. And that's the attitude that you got to take. You can't be scared, because meeting people after the fact, you're going to be under duress, stress, the worst possible conditions that you can imagine. And now you're going to trust these people? It's not going to happen. Most people aren't going to get close enough to those people. Yeah, shaky. Obviously, meeting people, you don't want to, give up the whole boat all at once. But it's most preppers are a pretty good judge of character. Broke 4 solar panels a couple of months ago. Yeah, Tony, I was talking to my solar guy here a couple of months ago, and apparently the inverters that I have on my system now have become obsolete. They are only 5 years old, actually still under manufacturer's warranty, but my inverters are obsolete. I wanted to buy another inverter and upgrade my system with another 80 amps, and they are unavailable. So pissed is an understatement. What's she up to now? The active military and how many are actually going to kill innocent people. Well, I have the utmost respect for our military. It's something that's hard for me to explain, and I don't want to come out on the wrong side of the road here, but much of our military in the past was definitely a patriot-based movement. Like I said, I have many friends that are vets and active duty guys. I mean, door kickers. They were there. And even them, coming back now saying, even though it was the best move in their life and they don't regret it and they learned so much, they were sold to go over there and spread this freedom under false pretenses. And that's not just the guys that were over in Iraq and Afghanistan either. I've talked to some people, from way back that knowing what they know now, it wasn't quite such a patriotic thing that they did before. They were lied to. So the military is, that's going to be a tough one. There are always order followers. I mean, the guys take an oath, but when it comes down to it, it's their family too. And a lot of those guys are just going to follow orders, just like police. I mean, I have the utmost respect for police and what they do and the job that they serve. But when you begin to trample on my rights as a U.S. citizen, I have a real problem with it. And there are videos all over YouTube showing such. I don't have to explain it to you. You can see it for yourself. But, I mean, there again, it's, the law of the land, what's going to happen. There are going to be those that stay and follow orders and kill whoever they're told to kill. Thanks for your service, Off the Wall. Do you look back on it any differently now, knowing what you know? I don't know you personally, but, I think we all had a little wool pulled over our eyes on September 11th. We spent 20 years at war for that. For what? Just so we could pull out 20 years later? Did we spread freedom onto those people at all? I mean, really? Hey, Shaky, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Yes, you do very much. So much, Off the Wall? Regret some of it? Wish it had been under a little different circumstances, maybe? Yeah, the order followers, north and south. There's going to be plenty of them. Trust me. It ain't those guys that worry me so much. I figure they're probably going to pull the military back to protect what they have anyway and let us fight it out here. I mean, it's a lot easier for them to come in and clean up the remnants than it is to go in the heat of the battle. And I'm sure, they have many think tanks that have already figured that out for them. So it's I don't think they're going to send the military in against the American people. We're going to have plenty of people fighting each other. I mean, obviously, they got the racial thing stirred up. They got the gender thing stirred up. Don't ever forget about Mexico and the cartels down there and the gangs. I mean, trust me, guys, the Mad Max scenario is totally possible. There are plenty of crazy people out there that are going to try to take advantage of the situation. Criminals. I mean, you think the government don't give two shits about you? Trust me, the criminals really don't give two shits about you. And they're hardened. I mean, you talk about some of these cartels and mafias, and I mean, these people have been, they're killing more people than the military is. So don't think they're not hardened to it. Hey, Tina, glad you stopped by. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Ain't seen you around in a while. Regrets and eye-opening. Yeah, off the wall. That's what some of my buddies told me. I mean, the best experience in their life, and but lots of regrets and lots of rethought. I didn't see you come in, Mark. Oh, yeah. We are sending lots of equipment to Ukraine. I mean, lots, guys. And if Putin don't consider that as part of an act of war, I don't know what would be. I mean, again, that's why I think that whole thing is a game over there. I mean, obviously, we've been sending plenty of very high grade weaponry over there, and we're paying for all this, guys. I mean, this war going on over there, we are going to fit the bill for it. You can bet your ass on that. That's good, Mark. In the garden. How's Sammy doing? You still hanging around? I heard the gas was going to jump another 50 cents tonight. Yeah, not just the money, Tanya. I mean, they're sending money over there. I mean, that's getting laundered and corrupted and sent back and forth and around to different, art projects. And there's no telling where the money is going. But the amount of weaponry, I mean, you think what we left in Afghanistan was worth a lot of money? I think what we're sending over there to Ukraine is going to be worth a lot more money. Oh, Wendy's still in here? Hey, Wendy. Wait till those gas prices start affecting everything that you're buying in the store. Yeah, I think the gas is going to keep going up. I don't think it's going to be a matter of price. It's going to be a matter of supply. I mean, we've already tapped into our reserves. They're using our reserves, our national reserves. So, once it's just like your emergency food. Once you tap into that stuff, guys, TikTok, if you're not replenishing it, your emergency supply is not going to last forever. Yeah, 30, 40 cents. Apple juice jumped 75 cents today at the store. I mean, just from when Ann went yesterday to today, a gallon of apple juice was up 75 cents. So you can expect to see that on everything, guys. I mean, how are the farmers going to react to all this $5 a gallon diesel? I mean, I get farm fuel, and there's no, it's not any cheaper to buy bulk farm tax-free fuel. I mean, it's still high. And now planting season is upon us, and these farmers, they got to pay for the fertilizer, they got to pay for the fuel. The supply chain issues, everything is higher for them. Where do you think that cost is going to get passed on to? I bought about 2 tons of chicken feed a couple of weeks ago, Uper. I'm going to hate to go back to the store and see it, but I'm going to keep buying it. If our food is going to run short, you can damn well bet the animals' food is going to run short. What bill did he pass, Tanya? I heard about the executive order, but I didn't hear about a bill. $6 a bag in rabbit feed. Woo! Atlas Survival Shelters has a stack of bunkers available. At the price that Atlas charges for those bunkers, I think he can keep it. That's right, Uper. They're going to pass it right on down to us, guys. That's what I heard, 50 cents. I don't know if it will or not. Yeah, FAV, just tap right into that. The problem is it wasn't full when they tapped into it. I think it was only about 30%, maybe 30 or 40% when he tapped into it. So, we're not working off of 100% reserves here. We're only working off of 30 or 40%. It's just like everything else. If you're not replenishing it, guys, it runs out. It's that simple. I mean, it's simple logistics. And of course, they're all making money all over the whole deal. Joe was bought out with China a long time ago. The thing with Joe is that he's so damn corrupt now that he's got to use Hunter as the escape, I'm working on that north and south. It takes a lot of room to grow that much. And unfortunately, I live in the forest, so it's a whack and hack before I can plant. Yeah, it was about 2 tons, Tanya. Along with the 6 tons of dirt that we hauled in for the greenhouse raised beds. It's getting serious, guys. You really need to get on it. Most of y'all in here are familiar with gardening and how it goes. You just don't run out there and throw some seeds in the ground. I mean, a few of you are fortunate enough to live in areas that have fertile soil, but for most of us out here, it don't work like that. That's one reason why the farmers are having to put on so much fertilizer. Exactly, Tony. It's all a plan. Trust me, they have planned for every part of it. They have think tanks that sit around and think this crap up. Everything that we think we've thought of, they're 50 moves ahead. We don't have time to sit around and think about this kind of stuff. We got to go to work, and we got lives and jobs and things that we got to attend to every day. You just can't sit around and contemplate your conspiracy theories every day, all day long. Our tax dollars pays for them think tanks to do that. Another day in debt. Yeah, I am so tired of winter. I think it becomes worse the older that I get. Exactly, down under us. I'm on top of an iron ore mountain, so pine trees grow in it. Exactly, north and south. It takes time. And I think 3/4 of these preppers out here don't realize that. They think they're going to run off out there. That's the whole deal, guys. And I'll be honest with you, it's changed a lot for me over the 20 years that I have been prepping. I mean, 20 years ago, I was 30 and young and spry and had all this energy, and I could climb mountains and swim the oceans and conquer the world. But as I've gotten older here, a lot of the way that I prep and the way that I look at it have changed. And I respect all the younger people out there for thinking, that you're going to conquer the world and you're just going to run off out here to the woods and throw your cabin, your tent out, and you're going to be all good. It don't work like that, guys. Especially with kids and a family. You can do it, you're hardened to it, but it's going to be tough. Before, I thought for sure I could make it without electricity, and I lived over in my cabin for a couple of years with no power, no solar, no generator, nothing. I mean, when the sun went down, it was dark, and I had a flashlight and a few candles, and other than that, there was no light. I waited for the sun to come up in the morning. 28 inches of ice on the lake. Phew. Yes, Tina, it is far easier said than done. I don't know what y'all are going to do up north of Uper when the power goes out. I know some of you guys that live up there are prepared for it. You got the wood burning stove and everything, but I've mentioned that on some of my other videos. If you live, even north of Oklahoma up there, it's going to make for long, long cold winter seasons with no power. North and south, got lots of rocks. Yeah, I got a few rocks, not too many. It becomes very difficult to turn that ground into a garden without modern machinery. Hey, Porky. Frenchie, she's in bed. There again, when I started out, I did my first garden with pickaxe by hand. And now that I'm 50 with arthritis, I got a tractor and a tiller. I couldn't imagine trying to do, a garden now with a pickaxe and a hoe by hand, 1,000 square feet. Now, that's a general rule of thumb. A family of 4 requires 1,000 square feet of garden production to provide for your family. I don't have any grass north and south, so I don't have to have any kind of mower. I got some billy goats. They work good. Put them on a rope and a stake, they'll mow it right down. I'm trying to get my chicken run built around my garden where I've got a 24/7 bug security perimeter around my garden. That's my ultimate chicken run is to get that built around my garden. It's going to be tough for a lot of folks. I see these people on YouTube, they got their camping gear. They think, they're just going to run out into the woods and camp, and it's not going to be that easy. You think the people over in Ukraine are just running out to the woods and camping? Look at what they're doing. They're exodusing that country by the millions to get away. Where are you going to run to here in the U.S.? And the lights go out and things start getting bad, where are you going to run to in the U.S. that's going to be so easy? You're going to run off to the mountains? If you think you're going to run off to the mountains and live, that tells me you've never been or survived in the mountains. The mountains are hella hard to survive in. Grass for the rabbits. Well, north and south, I got that figured out too. Both my neighbors on both sides have cow pastures. I got lots of grass outside of my place. Yeah, our cabin in the woods, cooking outside is definitely a different experience. Yeah, don't run to my mountains. Yeah. Uh, I don't want to, fear anybody of bugging out. But there may be a lot of reasons that you have to leave. I mean, there again, I hate to use Ukraine as the perfect example, guys, but right here in today's modern society, look at what's happening over there. I mean, look at the places that are getting bombed. Look at where they're focusing their military effort. It's all in the cities, guys. That's where it's all happening, is in the cities. Did some of the people in the country get affected when the military rolled by or the invasion force rolled by going? Sure. I mean, they're using the roads and everything else just like anybody would, but they're not going house to house out in the country and destroying these houses. Whether it's intentional or not, over in Ukraine, the civilian areas are going to get hit. It's war. I mean, hey, Joy Blessed. Yeah, people do survive in the mountains. I ain't saying it can't be done, but I think you'll agree, Joy Blessed, that those people that live in the Appalachians, those people are a breed of their own. And they don't put up with no BS from people coming from outside. Hey, Tina, have a good night. 10:37. I've already been on here an hour and a half. That's crazy. Yeah, Uper, I fully expect a Mad Max type scenario. I think the drug lords and the gangs and the cartels, they're going to make their move along with everybody else. I mean, never let a good opportunity go to waste. And those people, the criminal element, whatever they may be, they're going to take advantage of the situation. Unfortunately, a lot of females out there are going to be victim of it. I mean, yes, it does. What is she up to? I'm so glad I got on tonight and got to talk to you guys. It's been crazy busy down at the farm, and I didn't have the energy to do it. I do like getting on and talking to y'all. Oh yeah, you're far safer in those mountains than you are in Florida. Yeah, Texas lady, that's what really burns me up about the Ukraine deal is we spend all this, blood and treasure over in Ukraine, have no interest there whatsoever, and our borders here are wide open. I heard Travis over at the Prepared Homestead talking about it today. And I'm in Texas, so I hear and see this stuff all the time. Um, the border down there is insane. It's not, people from Mexico coming over. I think the people from Mexico now are smart enough and scared enough that they're pretty much not even interested in coming to the U.S. I think a lot of those Mexico people are probably going back to Mexico. I mean, there are people coming from Iran and Africa and all over the world that are crossing that southern border down there. You simply take a plane flight into Mexico and walk up to the border, guys, and whenever you get across, you're in. All right. It doesn't matter that if you're from Guatemala or Costa Rica or wherever. All right. The UN is down there paying these people. They're giving them money cards, credit cards, so that these people can travel across Mexico to get here. All right. You land on a plane from Libya, the UN hands you a credit card to get you a bus ride right up here to our border, and they let you in. That's exactly what's happening. They are from everywhere. Exactly, FAV. It's open by design. Remember, a couple of years ago, the powers that be, they flooded Europe with Muslims, all right? And Europe has all kinds of problems right now. And I ain't racist. I ain't got no problems with Muslims. But when you are putting cultures together that don't blend, you can expect problems, all right? And those people are not trying to assimilate. I got no problem with anybody coming here. My wife is French. I got no problem with an immigrant trying to come here and better their life. But there is a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. And we have spent a lot of time and money to get Anne, to be a citizen. So to watch these people come across that border burns me in a whole nother way. And those people are competing for the same products that you are, guys. All right. They're shopping at the same stores. They're using your medical. All right. The government is paying them money. All right. We're paying the UN, and the UN is going down there and giving it to them. There ain't nothing wrong with immigrants. That's what built this country. I mean, as good as bad as it was, we are all immigrants. Hey, Tony, Arkansas Living is looking into that wood gasifier thing. I've seen them, looked into them a little bit. I'm not so sure about it. All right. But Art said he was going to try and build one or get one, or he's definitely working on that. Art is Arkansas Living. He's a good dude. I don't think he's in here anymore. He's a working man. He can't stay up all night, so he's probably got things to do. But I'll let the cat out of the bag for you 20 that are in here. He's probably going to be one of the next guys that receives one of my gifts I had made up. He's a good guy, good family guy. Go check him out if y'all haven't. Yeah, North and South, it ain't about racist anymore. It's about, respect, basically. I mean, when you boil it down to the simplest terms, it's about respect. I mean, for me, respect is earned, not given. I don't care who you are. Police officer, military, I respect you for what you do, but that doesn't give you any right to give you any more power over my life or my rights or my decisions than me. That's why I don't agree with most of the politicians or Trump. I mean, the guy gave you the vax. He claims to be the father of the vax. Red flag laws, Second Amendment infringements, take the guns first, due process second. I don't believe any of them. I don't have faith in any politician. Exactly. We're all people. It's just like I said earlier. I mean, I watch Russian channels all the time. I mean, when is the last time any of us got up and said, oh God, those Russians over there, they're such a pain in the ass. We just got to go to war with them. That's the thing, North and South. Those old ways have just been forgotten. I mean, there used to not be a Johnson and Johnson. What did people do? There used to not be a Bayer. What did people do? When you couldn't run down to the local doctor at every sneeze or cough or sniffle you have, what did people do? They had to do it themselves. They had to know that old recipe, whatever it may have been. Us spending our money and treasure overseas, wherever it may be, is pointless at this point. I mean, We are so far gone here in the U.S. We've got such major problems that, us spending our taxpayer dollars, letting our government spend our money, giving for foreign aid, and all of that needs to be shut down. I mean, it's all a scam. We can't pay for that stuff anymore. I mean, it's not a matter of paying for it anymore. They know we can't pay for it anymore, and they're just writing checks that we can't cash. That's why the Great Reset is coming. All right. The elites know the money system, financial system has run its course. All right. And the debt cannot be paid back. That's their major plan, is they are going to own everything. You will own nothing, and a portion will be dealt to you in exchange for your time and labor, because that's the only thing that is valuable, your time and your labor. That's the one thing you can't buy. You can't rent. You can't get it back. You can't ask for more of it, no matter how much money you got. Time. Once it's gone, it's gone. It's used, and that's it. And most of us are probably going to get about 70 to 80 trips around our little star, they say. 2030, we own nothing. I'd be surprised if we made it to 2030, Tony. I mean, their plan includes them making it, the system making it to 2030. Whether or not the Patriots will be here in 2030, that's yet to be seen. Hey, Tony, thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Been on an hour and 45 minutes. If y'all have not checked out Arkansas Wild Man, I know most of y'all probably have. He's different than Arkansas Living now. This Arkansas Wild Man, the guy knows quite a bit about herbal stuff. Who was that else I was watching today? They left a comment on one of my videos. I sent them some quail eggs. Oh, what's her name? Homestead channel. Dang it, I forgot. That lady has a tremendous amount of information on herbs and medicinal stuff. And that's all these big companies have done, guys. I mean, convenience. They go out there and cut the same bark off of the tree, grind it up, and make a pill to give you. It's the same bark that you can grind up and make a tea. If you know what to use, how to use, knowledge, get those books. I've showed them here on my channel before. Oh, I just thought of the name of it and I forgot it again. I can never remember their name. Lots of good channels here on YouTube. No, not Rain Country. Hey, Destin, thanks for stopping by. It's a homestead channel. They just bought a place or made an offer on a place, 10 acres up north. I didn't see them in here tonight. Not Adventures on the Homestead. That's a good, funny channel, though. Honeystead Homestead. I have not heard of them. Learning these herbs, guys, is going to be so helpful. I mean, I'll be the first guy to tell you, man. I try to use natural stuff where I can. I got some pretty bad arthritis in my hands. I've had a few YouTube channels that have sent me over some salve, and those things help. But I still use a very potent store-bought arthritis cream for my hands. I just can't find anything out there naturally that works. I don't know what's in that. It's probably not good for me, but hey, Nana, I didn't even see you come in. I'm glad you stuck around. Yeah, there's always something interesting to say. I just wanted to come back on and talk to you guys. There's so much going on. I know y'all hear about it. There ain't no need in me repeating it, but what I want to iterate to everybody is don't focus on what they're showing you. If they're screaming Ukraine, you need to turn around and look the other direction. There's something else going on. And I think big things are coming. I mean, big things. The price increases and the gas. I mean, we all knew all that stuff was coming for a while now. I mean, back when they were talking about supply chain shortages, the only thing that can come of a shortage is higher prices. So we all knew the higher prices were coming. Did anybody expect them? Did anybody expect gas to jump $2 in a week? Probably not. But in the long term thing, that part of it is only going to get worse, guys. The prices are only going to get higher, and the supplies are only going to be less and less. And I don't think we're going to feel the full effect of this thing until next year. I mean, after this year's harvest, and everybody is already saying, expect 50% less on harvest of everything: wheat, corn, soybean, rice. We see the problems going on with gas and oil and the everyday supply line items. It's going to get far worse. Balm of Gilead tree. Yes, Stuart, the show goes on. No matter what we want to do, these people have an agenda. And they're going to carry out their agenda. Whether we like it or not. I guarantee you, every person could write their senator and tell them we don't want a war in Ukraine. And guess what? They're going to keep right on sending that stuff over there and marching to their little beat. They give us the illusion that those are elected officials. And I hate to beat that drum to a pulp, but it's not an election, it's a selection. You are given a couple of choices. And both of those choices are controlled. I said it earlier. The Rothschild money controls both sides of the war. They have since World War I, World War II, and they will control both sides of this one as well. I think the problem is there is some more money coming into play, but all of that money originally started from there. It's just a matter of how long are those favors going to be paid back. At some point, somebody's going to get the cojones to stand up to them and say, nah, we think we want our own slice of the pie. And I think that might be where China's coming in. Yeah, they came out today and admitted that's where we had some bio labs over there. And we've known for 10 years right off the top of the corruption going on. But like I said earlier, it's really been going on since 1997 over there. I mean, there has been so much going on since the Soviet Union collapsed over there and those other countries, guys, that we are unaware of. It's unimaginable what our government has done. All of the 3-lettered alphabet gangs, the things that are occurring over there, the things that they have made happen. If everybody knew, your head would explode. Oh yeah, totally north and south. I really cannot turn on that TV. It makes me irate. I mean, the lies these people are telling straight to your face, right through that camera, it burns my liver up. It makes me irate. I can't stand it. And the previous one wasn't any better either. He gave us, another $7 trillion in debt. All of that gold deal and silver deal, to me, guys, that is just like the emergency food rations. You need to have some, and I'll stock some myself. I mean, y'all have seen my prepper pantry. I have dehydrated emergency food. All right, there's no doubt about it. But You cannot live on that stuff, guys. After time, you're going to start shitting a cardboard turd. All right. That food is not good for you. It's that simple. If you got health problems now, that food is only going to compound the issue. It's the same for gold and silver. I mean, just like in 33, by the stroke of a pen, they make all of that trading of gold and silver illegal. And then what good is it going to do you? You know, you can come trade in your bar of silver or gold today for $1,000 of worthless money. All right. And tomorrow that gold bar is going to be illegal to trade. They can do that with the stroke of a pen, just like prohibition. So what good is the gold or silver going to do you? When is the last time you threw a silver coin and killed a deer or a rabbit? Stockpiling meds that's a tough one, Nana. Not only do they expire, but nobody wants to give them to you. I did receive my medicine, my medical stuff that I ordered from Jace Medical. I made a video about it here probably a month or so ago for emergency antibiotics. I did receive those, got the package, everything was good. Quite expensive, you know, for the one dosing that you get, but you get 5 or 6 different major antibiotics that pretty much cover anything that they're going to give you in the hospital. They have it planned years in ahead, Nana. That's right. It ain't even the fact that they got to take it from you, North and South. They just make it illegal for you to have it, just like alcohol and prohibition. It's that easy with the guns, too. With the stroke of a pen, they can make us all felons overnight. The Jace Medical antibiotics seem totally legit. They were kind of expensive, a couple of $100, but no first aid kit is complete without some kind of antibiotic medicine. I see all these guys, big prepping channels, selling all this first aid kit, you know, emergency this, emergency that, bulletproof, bullet wound, you know, all this kind of stuff. Guys, if you don't have any kind of antibiotic and you suffer a major wound, I don't care how good the dressing is or how much money you spend on your first aid kit or how well they sew you up. When you get gangrene, you're going to have to go check into the hospital or die. All right. I was listening to Southern Purple One today. He had a book on there that I'm going to order about medical shit hit the fan type stuff after the fact. Medical is going to be a big deal, especially to a lot of older folks. You ain't got to be old, and it ain't even got to be a gunshot wound. The smallest, I heard a saying the other day, the smallest flea drives the biggest dog crazy. And that little smashed thumbnail that you got, or that hole in your finger, or that blister on your foot, or that rotten tooth in your head is going to drive you absolutely insane. I get everything that you can from the VA while you can. I'm glad they're helping you out. Back on that gold thing you were talking about, backing their money with gold. I think Texas actually has some bullion and some, I think they're called gold back notes. I think you can actually buy them from Texas. I don't depend too much on the gold and silver. It doesn't taste worth a damn, and It's really just hard to do anything with other than look at. Three to 4 months out. Wow. Underwood horse medicine. I heard somebody say something the other day about some kind of horse balm or something for arthritis, some kind of horse joint compound medicine for arthritis. Gonna affect us all different, guys. I mean, the location that you are at, people you're around, neighbors, population density, all of that stuff is going to make a difference. We see the catastrophes happening around the world. I mean, if all this goes down, insurance, homeowners insurance, all that stuff goes by the wayside. What are you going to do when you live in Tornado Alley and you got a hailstorm? That it's beat your house, the holes in your roof, the windows are out, all that kind of stuff. I mean, out of all these shit hit the fan scenarios, that very few preppers or preppers on YouTube consider natural phenomenon to cause any of that stuff. I mean, we're supposed to get a big solar flare tomorrow. Are you really ready if the lights clicked off? Is it, I hear people say it on YouTube all the time. All people that want this to happen, they're crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. They've never been in war, blah, blah, blah. I'm ready for it too. I'm sorry to say it, but I am ready for the lights to go out and the switch to be flipped. I'm tired of everybody kicking this can down the road, and for my kids to have to grow up into this, I'd just rather do it now and get it over with. Yeah, insurance and taxes are insane. I'm almost to the point I think I'm going to cancel my homeowner's insurance. I built the house, and anything less than a forest fire or a tornado, I don't think there's going to be much that's going to hurt it. So balm of Gilead. Jan, you're still up? Is that balm of Gilead something that you can buy, or does it just have to be made? Them taxes and insurance are only going to get worse too, Texas lady. With all this climate change they're pushing on us, and I ain't doubting it ain't changing, but I don't know if it's changing the way they say it's changing, but I see changes. Right here in my county in Texas, I see changes. It's a hard thing to do. I mean, when your home is usually your largest investment and to not carry any insurance on it, we see how wicked the weather has been lately. I've tried the comfrey. It helped a little, but the aching was still there. It did take the sharp pain. I mean, the tear jerking pain away, but the overall ache. But I've taken just about every pill that the doctor could give you for it too, and rather than have the twitchy eye and the diarrhea and the dry mouth, all of the side effects of this crappy medicine they give you, I figured I'd just deal with the pain. Moringa. Yeah, north and south, I'm working on all kinds of those trees and plants. I can't even find a papaya tree, so I don't know where the hell I would go to find a Goliad tree or a Gilead tree. Uh, yeah, Texas lady, I'd really like to just live in my greenhouse would be great. I mean, other than a hailstorm or a tornado, it would be great. I stayed a many a night down there when it was cold, just huddle up in the chair by the fire with the glass roof on it. I mean, beautiful. Kind of like camping inside, outside. Uh, I'm going to hit a couple of the big nurseries down here in Houston and see if I can get some papaya and mango, some different fruit trees. We're trying to gather up some of these medicinal herbs and trees too, but I'll look into that Gilead tree. I've never heard of it, so I assume it probably doesn't like the Texas weather. USA has suppliers of it. Right on. Yeah, the greenhouse ain't too bad, Nana, during the winter, but I have a feeling this summer it's going to be cooking in there. I'll get online and look around for that tree. For something to heal up them bad boys, I'd pretty much do anything. And not that it would heal. I mean, I know it can't be healed, but something to ease it. The Bible tree. Yeah, FAV, the world, Earth has been going through cycles long before we were here, and it'll probably go through some cycles long after we're here. I know that one of those things that we just have no control over whatsoever, and the more we jack with it, the more we just screw it up. I go out there some days, and I look up into the sky, and it's just beautiful, pretty, and clean and clear, no problems, And I know during that time of the day, whatever day it may be, there are airplanes flying over. Because I go out the next day, and there are X's and crosses and dots and puffs and lines and streaks all through the sky. Now, the day before, those same airplanes were flying right through the same damn space, but weren't leaving those trails. So something's going on there. Pistachios. I can't eat pistachios. It will grow here. Right on. Well, I'm going to look into that tree. Moringa. Yeah, they're getting worse and worse, Jan. It makes you wonder what they don't want us to see. I don't know that they're necessarily spraying us with something, because if they wanted to spray us with something, they could just give it to us. I mean, there's too many ways through our food, through our water. If they were trying to give us something, I think it's a matter of what they don't want us to see, or something they're trying to cover up. Or, I know Bill Gates has his thing going on with cooling. They announced that they were going to be spraying the skies to reflect the sunlight to cool us off. Moringa. I'm going to look into that too, Jan. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. I am going to get off of here. It is 11 o'clock. I've been on here over 2 hours, and I told Ann I wasn't even going to be on an hour. There are some weird colors that show up in them trails, Jan. Rainbows. I've seen black. I haven't seen brown. I just can't take their meds. Oh, Wendy, you were hanging out in here? Ah, you were too there. Bradley, I didn't see y'all chatting. Big family homestead. Hey, Bar Run, thanks for stopping by, man. We were just fixing to close it up. I've been on here 2 hours. It always seems some good information comes out here right at the end. Gilead tree and moringa. Mark takes moringa daily. It doesn't help with his neck pain. Thanks for hanging out, Texas lady. Thank all y'all guys for stopping by. I did get some new Nunya hats here, so I'm going to be giving a few of these away. I'll probably do that next week. I got some mail going out, some shirts going out, some things going out to people. Thanks, Nana, for stopping by. Hey, thanks for listening, Bradley. Thanks for listening to me ramble on here. Hey, JB and Walter, thanks for stopping by. I didn't see you guys either. If y'all guys come up in chat, man, I see y'all on the chat. I'll go by and check out y'all's channel. I like to check out new people that have stopped by and said hi. But I enjoyed all y'all guys stopping by and listening to me ramble. From a veteran prepper, guys, I'm only telling you it's going to get worse from here. Prices and supplies, get what you can. Protect yourself, arm yourself, stock up on what you can, stack it high, stack it deep, everything. Everything you use, definitely go buy extras. And the things, if you have the money that you may or may not use, get those. Get them anyway. Get everything that you can. Oh, we went all night and finally got one troll right at the end. Wow, that makes me feel special. That's got to be a sign that I need to get off of here. Thanks, Jan, for stopping by. North and South, thank you for participating. Nana, Texas lady, I appreciate all y'all stopping by. I still need to get you some stuff out, Jan. Couldn't stop Putin. Could we be so lucky? Thanks, Tanya, for coming by. I hadn't seen you in here before either. I'll go back and watch a replay and check out some of y'all guys. Hey, Odessa. Thanks for hanging out that long. I didn't see y'all guys in the chat either. Why, hello, Sandy. I'm glad you're coming in. We were just fixing to cut it off. Or maybe you've been here the whole time and I didn't see you. I don't know. But thanks for stopping by, Sandy. I appreciate it. I did eat one of them candies the other day, and they were good. I got to eat one on camera. Thanks, North and South. Yeah, I like hanging out, answering some of y'all's guys' questions. Just talking about what's going on. Just got back home. I hope you're still in Arizona home, not Wyoming. Still cold up there, I think. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to call it quits. Thank y'all guys for stopping by. Stay safe out there. Take care of each other. I appreciate y'all coming by. And I might be at the farm next week, or I'm not even sure, a week out now. I'm trying to make a schedule, but I'll try and get back on next week and talk to y'all guys. We'll see what's going on. Still in Arizona. Great, Sandy. All right, everybody, stay safe. I appreciate y'all coming by. Thanks. Have a good night.